Hey everyone, Alan Shimmel, DevOps.com, DevOps TV, here at IBM Interconnect 2017. And our guest here right now is Zeeshan Huque, founder of MarqueeTec Inc. from Virginia, DC area, right?
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you, Alan. Thanks
So
for having me.
Zeeshan, let's start off and assume that maybe a lot of people in our audience aren't familiar with your company. Why don't you give us a little background on the company and what you guys do?
Okay. Thanks for having me, first of all. My name is Zeeshan Huque. I'm the founder and president at MarqueeTec. So MarqueeTec is an IT consulting firm. It specializes in scaled agile process implementation and rollout. We assess the governance process and IT operations and strategy, and select the tools for the client and actually take it all the way, meaning installation, configuration, setup, training, and even the support.
Excellent. And Zeeshan, you're doing a lot with Agile, a little bit now more with DevOps. If you can, I don't want you to divulge anything top secret, but who can you give our audience a little bit of an idea of kind of the clients you're dealing with?
Our current engagement is with Department of State Bureau of Consular Affairs. It's a large organization. Their mission is to support and assist American citizens abroad and issuance of passport and visas. So they issue immigrant and non-immigrant visas too. So they have locations around 230 posts around the world, and it's a large operation, and they rely on technology to actually manage and improve on those operations. So our current engagement is with them in terms of implementing Scaled Agile safe framework. And so we recently have gone through that cultural shift with them, assess their processes, and enable them through different tools that are available. So about 30, 40, 50% of their systems are now using Agile framework. So there is a big cultural shift in that
Sure is.
environment.
Yeah. So are you actually going out to all 220 offices, or is this being done
No,
primarily in the DC area?
no, this is done in DC area. Those 230 are the different posts and embassies that I was referring it to.
Yeah.
So the product that comes out from this area, that gets actually employed over there, and people are the users. The end users are there. So
Excellent.
so the development shop and the delivery shop is here in United States, and that's where we come into, and we are engaged with our client to actually have that changes coming in.
How long has this been going on?
This particular movement with our client is going on since about 2 years. They had some pilot projects before, agile projects before, but getting into full-scale agile is about 2 years, I would say.
So what was the driving force? What was the straw that stirred the milk, if you will, or broke the camel's back, that made them realize they had to go down this agile road?
So, like in many other different government organizations, it's not the competition that they have to worry about. They actually have to worry about the mission, the passion for their mission that they're delivering to, and the service to American service. So, and their mission is pretty critical. And the world is changing every day. You have different government instabilities, political environment changes, laws changing for immigration. So, as we all know now, that, you have to respond to those changes quickly through technology. So they have to have that ability to deliver software faster, sooner.
Yeah.
The law change, environment change, you gotta have that make change to your softwares, and then it has to be out there before a certain date. So that was the driving factor when they decided to actually modernize their technological stack. So they needed the new state-of-the-art tools and processes to help them get there.
Got it. Now, with what you mentioned earlier, that unlike in a commercial environment where you're worried about competition and so forth, that wasn't really a driving factor here. But what are some of the special caveats or gotchas that you have to deal with a client like the State Department?
Yeah. So, client like this and many other different organizations, it also depends on which industry you operate in. A lot of industries are compliance overhead. Security is number one factor. You don't want to take too much risk when you don't have to, because you have certain different kind of mission that you're applying. So what you do is you actually look at the industries which have some best practices already built in. You pick up those lessons learned and then the proven methods, and then you apply that into those organizations. Even then, there are some challenges adopting those change, because change is hard, whether it's government or private. If it's a large organization, it's kind of hard to get adopted. So the challenge was that new framework, new safe, everybody has to be on the toes, deliver something. That's not something a typical government agency is used to. So you gotta be able to make that fun, and you gotta be able to make that inviting, that work fulfilling. So we use the tools and methods to actually show from the concept that that's how your process framework is, and that's how you actually see it. So when people come in and log into those systems and see the information that is relevant to them, that makes them work better, faster, makes them do better decision making and have more insights. So the job all of a sudden becomes more fulfilling for at every level. It's not only about the management. Even if you are at the development level, you can actually see what features are in the backlog that are coming into the pipeline, and the management can see where those feature is in the delivery pipeline. So the art is how you design the display of that dashboard for the whole team.
Understood. Fantastic. So, this whole idea of agile transformation within the government versus private industry is one that we really haven't explored yet. But I want to take it one step further and say, okay, so now that we've got agile going on, what about DevOps? Where do you think that is?
DevOps is the core component of agile or scaled agile transformation. I mean, you can have all this thing going, but if you don't have a DevOps, a fully automated software delivery pipeline set up, then you don't get to really get the most value out of it. And in fact, maybe you won't get any value out of it.
Right.
It's like a core component of that. So absolutely, at least our current client, they are looking into DevOps practices very, very aggressively. They are evaluating the best practices out there and the tools that are available from people like IBM and through the open source communities. So these design patterns are being built, and they're trying to figure out what's the best way to incorporate that.
Excellent. What's next for you guys?
We want to specialize in DevOps because I think I believe in DevOps. My background when I started my career was a systems engineer. So at those times I used to write build scripts. I used to do build management, build automation, and automatic deployment when there was no such thing called DevOps back then. There were no tools available. So I was using Ant script and Perl scripts to actually do all the automation.
Many of us,
Exactly. So, and then I got into the learning into the processes, finding ways how you can make the organizations better, more efficient. But at this time, the calling is coming back. I really want to take myself and my company into the tools that are now available to use that power, because now you can do it.
Yeah. You don't have to do like homemade kind of stuff.
Exactly.
There's industrial strength.
There's industrial strength in those tools.
Absolutely. You know what? We'll talk more offline about that. Okay. We're going to call it a wrap on this one.
Okay.
Congratulations. Thank you for coming to IBM.
Thank you.
Interconnect.
My pleasure having me.
This is Alan Shimmel for DevOps.com and DevOps TV.